According to Joe Lenardi, SMU has a lot of work to do to play itself into the bubble conversation. 7-4 in league play, but that marquee win really missing from their resume. They begin a crucial 5-game. Gets the friendly bounce on the turnaround. He's coming off a double-double last weekend against Temple.
Anish, as a coach, this is the best of matchups. You've got the very best team in the league on offense, SMU, matched up against Houston, the very best team in the league on defense.
You see the starting 5 for Houston. Nate Hinton, who's got the ball now, the heart and soul of this team. And watch out for Fabian White. He can knock down the mid-range jumper. He had a double-double in the first meeting between these two. The flush.
Total breakdown in defensive transition by Houston. Easy deuce, and easy points against Houston usually are hard to come by.
Marcus Sasser in his 6th season as Houston's head coach. Got this team to the Sweet 16 a year ago. Now, prior to Sampson's arrival, this was a program that hadn't made a career day, looking for the lob to Hunt, intercepted by White.
I can't believe that's the pass SMU wants from Jassy.
Hinton left it short. Floor early, and that crew getting a workout. Sasser trying to get it in, and does. We talked to Kelvin Sampson, 10-2 record. Joe Lenardi has them safely in the field as a 7 seed as of now. SMU, a lot of work to do just to get back onto the bubble, but they begin a crucial 5-game stretch starting today.
And this would be a huge step in that direction. A rare game today because we have a quadrant 1 opportunity for both teams.
Shot clock at 6. Caleb mid-end.
SMU is really good at utilizing what I call a drag screen in transition. And when it's Isaiah Mike setting that screen, how about the defensive effort right now by SMU getting on the floor? I love it.
It's Hinton out of the scramble. 10 to shoot. Three to shoot. Sasser. Short. Hunt lost it. Houston with numbers. Mills jets up court. 5 of their first 6. Giroux. Offensive rebound, White, and that's today. Officials are Brian Jarrett, Will Howard, and Gerald Williams today. And we get a
drive baseline. White was maybe a step slow in getting his feet right.
Here's Caleb Mills. They're playing off Giroux, who's only hit 5 threes this year. Mills, the floater, it's not there. Battle for the rebound. We welcome those viewers who watched Georgia and this. They have one of the top candidates for Player of the Year in the American.
And if you're guarding Davis, you cannot have your hands down, especially as he kind of measures the dribble.
Brought out the best in him, and even when he wasn't competing directly, he said that's the guy everybody looked to in the Houston area. Remember, Davis wasn't as highly recruited as Grimes. Grimes was a 5-star recruit, a top 10 overall prospect. And Kansas thought they were getting, well, potential one and done.
Boy, SMU defensive. The 6'8" junior.
At Houston shoot-around earlier today, you went up to Kelvin Sampson and you said, I kept on hearing you say the word Mike, 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 over and over. He was a cause for concern for Kelvin Sampson in Houston.
Because he's such a mismatch problem with that size. There's
a miss by the Mustangs. Hunt off the mark. Here's the matchup. High school rivals. Grimes shooting over Davis. Nothing there. And Grimes diving to the floor for the loose ball. Tied up.
Is that fun to watch?
He told me this morning this matchup brings out the best in him. Giroux fouled as he shot it, and 2 shots coming.
Show the ball, got the defender to bite, but then got himself lost in no man's land.
Small lineup now on the floor for Kelvin Sampson and Houston. Justin Gorham at 6'7", essentially the 5-man, 4 out. Giroux drives past Ray.
Remember, he averaged more than 12 points a game last year, but is playing a completely different role for this team.
And Tim Jankovic told us he doesn't think that Jaguars necessarily having a bad season, as Grimes, 8 points for Isaiah Mike, and you alluded to it earlier, he is such a tough matchup. Got to respect that outside shot. He can put it on the floor and do what he did. Sasser down low to Gorham. Trying to maneuver out of an ambush. Hinton got hit in the face. So no foul on Mike. Shot clock at 19. Houston and its half-court offense down 11. And now we get a foul. Bound by Gorham, the Towson transfer.
It's wide open for Bandamel.
Hinton green lights it. A foul on.
That's letting it fly.
59 shots in a game is a lot to begin with, let alone threes. 10 points for Mike. A transfer from Duquesne. In fact, all 5 starters for SMU began their careers elsewhere. SMU has defended well in this first half. Contested shot by Mills. They're one of the better free throw shooting teams, not just in the league, but in the country. 77%, 4 for 4 tonight. Mills through traffic, the up and under. Crowd
offense than their defense, and it's gotten Jolly to the free throw line both possessions.
Jolly's got 6, 4 coming from the foul line. Lead is 13. Cedric Alley into the game for Houston. Giroux, dangerous
team defensive work.
Sasser breaks down the D and gets it to
Houston.
Backdoor for Ron Hunt. How many times during SMU shoot-around were they practicing that lob to the rim?
That will discourage a coach from running the 1-3-1 again.
8 points for Tyson Jolly.
Now this is just old-fashioned isolation. Nothing fancy.
Giroux's pass knocked down by Bandamel. One of the best defenders on this SMU team. Sasser against Davis. Hinton, tough jump points and almost 10 dimes in his last 3. Sasser the steal. Sasser lost. There's Jolly, lost it. Comes to Hinton, final 5 seconds. Grimes against Davis. Back to Giroux. It's good if it goes. It does not. Philadelphia last Saturday when a 17-point SMU halftime lead evaporated completely and Temple won in overtime.
Can SMU start the second half with the same defensive energy they started the game with?
And a 3 by Chris Harris.
Maybe the zone will change the tempo of the game.
And Gorham is bumped by Mike.
Or their ability to beat players off the bounce.
By the way, Sampson's tie still on. Gorham again. Offensive rebound, Houston.
Yeah, I already don't see the same energy.
That was the case in the UConn game. It was the case in the Temple game. Against Houston, you have to match their intensity on the glass. One of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country.
Houston started 1 for 10, heated up a little bit, and Giroux was marvelous in the first 20.
Houston rebounds 36% of its misses, third in Division I. Four to shoot. Hinton against Jolly, the turnaround. Gorham the offensive rebound. A long possession now continuing for Houston.
Second shot opportunity, third shot opportunity.
They had 15 offensive rebounds in the first meeting between these two, and been patient.
But the ball got to the soft spot of the 2-3, that free throw line area. When that happens, good things happen. Can the home team regroup energy-wise?
Sasser, the runner. It comes to Giroux.
Hunt never had control of the ball. He was fumbling it around.
Sasser hits. Davis denied. Now this is a bit of a homecoming for Sasser. He's from Red Oak, Texas, about 30 minutes south of Dallas. Uncle Jarrell Sasser was an All-American at SMU. It's denied. Now this is a bit of a homecoming for Sasser. He's from Red Oak, Texas, about 30 minutes south of Dallas. Uncle Jarrell Sasser was an All-American at SMU. A friendly roll from the rim.
You would never get that roll at the carnival.
Well, you need to put in a few bucks before you did.
No, you would never get that roll. So now with Giroux out, who runs the point for Houston?
Harris, the putback.
Trying to isolate on top. Why not ball reverse a couple of times and then run your ISO?
Davis ties up Sasser. Bench when Dejan Giroux took a seat next to Quentin Grimes. Giroux was emphatically in Grimes' face, and from where we are, it was almost as if he was imploring Grimes, hey, go be the guy. When it's your turn, get in there. You can be the best player on the floor. The last 3 games, Grimes has played some of his best ball of the season. Today, he hasn't given Houston anything.
0 for 3 with 3 turnovers. Again, pound the glass.
Another offensive rebound. That's 10. Gorham. Harris on the follow and 1. Monster on the boards in the second half.
Numbers.
Sasser's pass intercepted by stretch today. And Chris Harris, the turnaround left-handed hook to get Houston on the board.
Doesn't really score a lot, but that's an inside-out approach by the Cougars on their first possession.
Isaiah Grimes coming off that 22-point game misfires. And now Davis, no look pass, and Mike. We've got Winter Olympics in 2022. That might have been a tryout for U.S. curling.
Yes, I thought I was about to say that. It seems like there's some curling going on.
Ferran Hunt into the game for SMU. He's coming off.
Second chance, third chance opportunities. Grimes with another turnover, and that gets his seat on the bench. It's fun to watch SMU play offense because they are really good at ball movement, body movement. They make it hard to guard on you.
Well, we welcome those viewers watching on ESPN News. Second meeting of the season between SMU and Houston. Shot clock at 1 and a shot clock violation. Mills, the redshirt freshman, who's the team's leading scorer in conference play with that shot. Davis pulls up with the
and jump him then Isaiah Mike will just pick and pop two deadly three-point shooters in that early offense action run by SMU.
And a rebound by Mike. Talking to Kendrick Davis after shoot-around, he relishes these matchups with Quentin Grimes, who's what Houston can do to get back into this game.
And you cannot be so consumed, Anish, with blocking out. You've also got to be active in terms of seeking the ball. There's no reason why an offensive rebound should hit the floor before somebody comes up with it.
And
when you're guarding Kelvin Sampson's team, one is to challenge shots, be good and sound defensively. And secondly, and probably more importantly, all five better hit the glass.
Quentin Grimes back in. SMU 5 out of 6 from the field. They do have 5 turnovers, however. Hunt. Jaguar. UCLA softball on ESPNU. SMU with a 14-6 lead here on 20th ranked Houston. Alongside Mark Wise and Anish Shroff. The Cougars, the top team in the American. A projected 7 seed entering today by Joe Lunardi. SMU with considerable work to do to get back onto the bubble, but this is the start of a crucial 5-game stretch. And in Kendrick Davis,
5'11", but man, does he have big-time game. When you take a look at Grimes leading in this series, whether you're talking about Kansas, TCU, or Houston, SMU, Davis has had the better numbers. Grimes has the better record.
Talking to Davis, this game means a lot to him. Going up against Grimes, it always brought. Fabian White, meanwhile, just picked up his second foul, so he trots to the bench. Mustangs 8 of 9 from the field. It's the best offense in the American against the league's best defense in Houston. Make it 9 of 10. They're coming easy.
Prize, speaking of that.
How about Giroux, who was just 5 of 32 from 3 entering the game? And to be frank, SMU will let him shoot that all day.
He actually made a big 3 late in the game, the first time these two teams met. The difference to me so far in the first 10 minutes, SMU's defense. It has smothered Houston. And SMU is not known as a defensive smothering team.
Mike. Down to the front court. Shot clock resets to 20. How about Everett Ray, 24 and white for SMU. Is he not Quentin Grimes' twin brother?
Absolutely, man. They look so much alike.
Davis. Oh, my God. Kemba Walker, step back.
Not be there long.
Plays more than 34 minutes a game. Ray, shot fake, and then he traveled. Scored the last 9 for Houston.
Houston will run 80% of their sets on the left side of the floor because all of their drivers, their slashers, are predominantly right-handed minded.
Tyson Jolly's pass. Rest in the way Jaguar has handled his new responsibilities.
Well, there's no such thing as bad minutes in my world. So when you're on the floor, be the best player you can be. Well, here's this again, the drag screen and the pick and pop. Oh my goodness, it's so fun to watch. Ray. Kelvin Sampson has had a litany of great guards the last 3 or 4 years.
Mills, a scorer. He was a red shirt last year, but partially a red shirt, enrolled in January. He was able to practice with the team, so in essence, really like a true freshman. How about Davis? He started that. That's what makes him such a great scorer.
Defense for SMU was really good. Mills was just better. with the mid-range jumper.
Foul on the floor as Jolly went for the drive.
This back
On a walk, Hunt corrals the rebound.
SMU's board work, outstanding.
And that meeting, Houston was plus 11 on the glass, including 15 offensive rebounds. And Jolly fouled by Mills. He'll go back to the line. Go. Assuming nothing wild happens in the final 2 minutes plus, the question for SMU is going to be the same question they've had to answer the last 2 games and a few other times this season. Can they do it for 40 minutes?
Well, they better come out with high energy in the second half, just like they did the first half. How about this? A little 1-3-1
ball game where both teams perfect from the free throw line in the first half, 12 for 12.
I think this is an important 100 seconds for Houston closing the half.
Jolly over Grimes. Jumper, good.
Oh my goodness, how difficult was that shot late in the possession? SMU should go 2 for 1 here.
8 points, 5 assists for Kendrick Davis in this first half. Came in averaging 20
players for 3 years, and they have reaped the benefits of having a full allotment of players this season.
Jankovic, a guitar player in a band once upon a time. The band's name was Major Violation.
I love that name. This is going to be Davis on his own, I think.
Eyeing up Sasser, sophomore against freshman. Now on the switch, met by Hinton. From Gorham from the corner, and Houston within single digits.
That's the way to start the half. Nothing fancy. Gorham just jumped up and knocked down the shot 38%. Here's a change. Houston's gone 2-3 to start the second half.
SMU's the best three-point shooting team in the league. Mike. Bandamel. The rebound. Sasser makes it a 5-point game, and all of a sudden, we got a ball game, Mark Wise. Mike, good position.
Houston goes back man to man.
Davis. Ferron Hunt missed the open three.
Watch out. Watch out.
If you're Tim Jankovic, do you think about an early timeout given what's happened the last 2 games?
Yes. Send a message early.
Sasser's a streaky 3-point shooter. He's hit 2 in this half. Jolly has the rebound.
Anish, we have to remember this too. Houston, because of where they are in league standings the last 2 or 3 years, they are used to taking everybody's best shot.
Do you think about an early timeout given what's happened the last 2 games?
Yes. Send the message early.
Sasser's a streaky 3-point shooter. He's hit 2 in this half. Davis has the rebound.
Anish, we have to remember this too. Houston, because of where they are in league standings the last 2 or 3 years, they are used to taking everybody's best, making shots here in the second half on the road.
About 3/4 of his shots are threes. 4 games this year with 4 or more threes. Davis missed the layup, able to get it back.
Loose ball. Couldn't stop the slide in time.
Chagwa gets the, and it's a 4-point game.
Sometimes it's not necessarily a good shot for Houston, but any shot that gets up on the rim is an opportunity for a putback.
Hunt nearly lost it. Mills almost had the steal. And Hunt bailed out by the foul.
Along with Grimes, that's their two best point guards.
Moments ago on the Hughes chance points in the second half for Houston, Kelvin Sampson told us he has a team that does not need to shoot well to win a game.
They are relentless in pursuing offensive putbacks.
Davis, back iron. Harris has been a Mike.
That's a freshman mistake, just went too fast.
It was an 11-point halftime lead for SMU. They've led by many as 15. Mike contested. Offensive rebound, JC